Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's second down. Here's the offense, and when you talk about this offense, you certainly have to talk about all-day AP, Adrian Peterson.
Does not shy away from contact. Also has the speed to go the distance. It's the rare combination that you get from one of the great runners of all time in the NFL. 2,000 yards every year is the goal. I never bet against him.
A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
Brandon, I know you play the fantasy football game, and Adrian Peterson has to be a popular pick for owners. But this year, a tough season for him. A knee injury early limited him to 72 yards total for the season.
Yeah, early indeed. Week 2 on that knee injury. So 72 yards, as you said, for the year. Came back admirable, hoping to get him into the playoffs, but didn't look like he was ready to return.
One guy I never count out, though, is Adrian Peterson. I expect a monster return in 2017.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll indeed go for it. It's Bradford, and he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
You have to love and admire the effort because he almost broke free in the backfield, but you also have to love and admire what the defense did. Swarmed the play and made sure he couldn't get anywhere. A loss of yardage.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Here we go now.
Second down, Bradford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Here's a look at the young Atlanta Falcons, although next year, obviously, everyone will be a year older. So rookies like Deion Jones, Keanu Neal, Devondre Campbell, an extra year, well, their only year, but a year under their belt now to get better.
They're just young and growing, aren't they? I mean, I expect their play to continue to accelerate and elevate. And think about the building blocks they had in front of them. Second-year guys in 2016 who had big years. Grady Jarrett, a monster in the Super Bowl, tied a sack record in that game against New England. And Vic Beasley led the NFL in sacks for the regular season with 15 and a half and also had 6 forced fumbles. After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it, trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Fourth down, Bradford. He's going to air one out. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They come up in an offset eye. A first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. On second down, Ryan. And that's incomplete. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
Eric Kendricks is another one of those bloodline guys in the NFL. His brother Michael also plies his trade as a linebacker. And Eric's trying to show him he's the best in the family.
Halfback sent in motion. On third down, Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Patrick DeMarco taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And his kick is right through. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. You know, for this Vikings team, as they come back out here on offense, I don't know that any group had more of a roller coaster ride than them in the 2016 season. The quarterback change at the beginning, the hot start, and then the cold middle. It was just a tough year for them, wasn't it?
It really was, and when you look at how their season went, you mentioned the roller coaster. A lot of it can come back to the injuries, especially along the offensive line. I think by around October, maybe even early November, I'm surprised you and I didn't get a call to go audition to be a left tackle there because they were just down so many guys. So that made it difficult to run the ball and to protect Sam Bradford, their quarterback, and it reflected in their final record.
Play action for Peterson. Now here's Bradford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Play action. Bradford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. On 4th down, they do snap it. Bradford over the middle here to Rudolph. 22 yards on the pickup there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
They run again on first down. Peterson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll try to throw now. Bradford. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces forces a new set of downs.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. First down, here's a run with Peterson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Bradford on 2nd down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. I'm just looking side by side at Diggs' number, rookie year versus sophomore year a season ago. 52 catches as a rook, 84 last year. But something you pointed out to me, yards per catch is off a bit, isn't it?
It is, and, you know, his first year, he was known a little bit more as a big play threat. This past season, adjusting to a new quarterback in Sam Bradford, that number went down by about 3 yards per catch, but he can be an explosive type of a receiver. Look at the last 2 games of the regular season, well over 100 yards in both.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Vic Beasley able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, this defensive unit certainly picked a great time to make a stand. Back-to-back sacks, starting with 1st and goal. I have to believe that they'll continue to bring the pressure on 3rd down.
To throw, Bradford eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Forbath will put this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but partner, that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't, but really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And when you watch Devontae Freeman run the football, you can almost close your eyes and hear him running the football, can't you? Because people just scatter. I mean, you know, when he goes through a pile, it moves in a positive direction for him. I just love how hard he plays the game.
1,000-yard season. He had 11 touchdowns last year. In March, 25 years old. So he's kind of hitting that sweet spot for a running back, isn't he?
He really is. And I still remember the evaluation of him coming out of college. He does everything well, but you weren't sure he had a dominant trait. Well, wrong about that. He's dominant just about everything he does, and I think that he's going to continue to elevate his game and seek a 3rd Pro Bowl in 2017.
And an alley to run. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 54 yards, and the Falcons will extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And out now come the Vikings. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. 10 yards still left on second down.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Bradford off the play fake to Peterson. He's going to take another shot here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here we go. Z. Ace. Ready. Z.
On third down, Bradford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. Now fourth down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Here we go. Green 90.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Bradford looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
If you love pressure,
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now Ryan on second down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. And we've arrived at the 2-minute warning here in half number 1. Here's Ryan. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. 6 yards still to go here on second and goal. They run. Devontae Freeman. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
That's fielded in the end zone. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And quickly, they get to the line.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offensive.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go. Green.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On second down, Peterson. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
You know it's really hard for a big-time running back is patience. Being able to hang in there when the runs aren't there, when you're taking some hits early in the game. In this drive,
and the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Peterson alone in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
I always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Bradford to throw for it on 4th. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
21.
They come up in an offset eye. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays. But I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now Ryan on first down. Getting it out left side to Sanu. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Ryan now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. Connects with Sanu right side. Mohamed Sanu with nobody ahead of him. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, 67 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Back near the goal line, Bradford. He's going to let it go again. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
When you have a lot of confidence in your offensive line, that allows you to take shots, as we just saw there. Hardly anyone is going to say, let's go ahead and dial up a big throw from the shadow of their own goal line. But they did there because they knew the guys up front would give them time. They weren't able to complete it, but it was a nice attempt.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And now they're in the hurry-up.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Hey, green 39. Green 39. Hey, green 90. Green 90.
On second down, Bradford again. He's going to go up top again. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 38. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Ace. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught inside the 5. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, they just treated third and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Adrian Claiborne in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Bradford. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen from 8 yards out. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Format to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Let's go.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. On 1st down, Ryan. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Eight yards still remaining here on 3rd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Ryan, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. First down, Bradford. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now Ryan on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Ryan turns and gives to DeMarco. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He's got Sanu. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no
escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chad Greenway in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. In motion left goes Jones. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. And the wideout in motion. On 3rd down, Ryan. This is brought in by Hardy. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Justin Hardy. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And quickly they get to the line. Patrick DeMarco now from the fullback spot. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal.